All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we give all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son. Call Halal Yumla Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. All right, we give double honors to our teachers, the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who ruled well and taught us this truth. Right? We the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out. All right, prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom today known as America, right? And to usher in the kingdom of righteousness, which is going to be ruled by the nation of Israel, which, contrary to popular belief and what's been told around the whole world, is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whom they call the minority, all right? Who they look at as nothing. But guess what? Salvation is for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? And of course, you other brothers that are scattered amongst these other nations who have confusion of face, you know? We don't have our natural look, okay? Because we have been mingled amongst these heathens, man. But we come out here first and foremost, you know, for the elect of this nation. Because our people, no matter what we say, they can't hear this. No matter how we preach the gospel to them, they can't receive it. Because their eyes have been blinded and their ears, all right, have been closed up from this truth, man. But there is an elect, a few small number of men out there who understand exactly what the judgment, all right, and the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly call God Jehovah, all right, and Jesus Christ, you know. Those are the true names. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You know, so we come out today, and every week, week in and week out, no matter the weather, no matter if it's 110, 115, or if it's negative 15. You know, we don't do it for the weather because it feels good. We don't do it for the likes. We don't do it to be seen of men. We do this ultimately because we fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we're commanded to come out here for the elect's sake and gather the Lord's elect, okay? So without further ado, can a brother get Revelations 12, all right? Job.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens.
Rejoice, ye heavens. Heaven represents rulership, okay? And in this day and age and in this time, the ones that's ruling the earth today calls themselves white men, white people, all right? They're self-proclaimed white people. They are the sole rulers of the earth at this moment in time. It is their age, okay? It's their time to go around the earth, rape, robbing, murder, and chiefly deceiving the masses of the people, man, all right? But their biblical nationalities are Esau. They're the sons of Esau, all right? The nation of Edom. Go ahead, bro.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right, and all you that are subject unto these devils, who subscribe to these devils, who love these devils, you rejoice also. Because 2/3 of our people, they'll bend over backwards to say the so-called white man, but yet cast their brother down in the street. You know, we are more evil towards our own people, all right, than these enemies of these other nations of ours, man. Because these other nations, they are our enemies. They are not for us. You know, all they do is continue to use us, abuse us, all right, and cast us to the side. Never do they show any mercy. Go ahead, bro.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe. All right? Woe. Destruction. Warning. All right? Go ahead, bro.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right. So the devil's busy, man. As you see what's going on around the world, it's constant war talk. It's constant economic collapses, you know? It's constantly, I just looking at the stock market, constantly crashing, you know? So the devil's busy. He's trying to figure out what to do. And the main thing that he knows that's been working for so long is the deception. It's to constantly put those lies out there. Because for so long he was able to do his dirt and tell you everything's okay. This is how it's supposed to be done. This is the land of the free. And every man has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's a goddamn lie. Because Jake don't got the right to pursue happiness. They redline Jake everywhere you go. They put Jake in a certain class, all right? They put Jake in a position to where no matter what he does, he can't get on that higher level, all right? So our people are in for a rude awakening if they don't snap out of it. If they don't snap out of that deep sleep. If they don't lose their way of thinking, okay, which has been fabricated by the devil, the so-called white man, and come back to the righteous will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because what these Edomites do is they take the Bible and they put it and present it before you like they uphold the judgment that's written therein. But do they? No. They do everything in opposition to it, man. Okay? And what's one of the things that's going on now? They're trying to get rid of the Bible. You go look at California right now. They're one of the main states in America that's trying to get the Bible out of the land. Okay? What's California known for? Fornication. All right? Hollywood, full of lesbians and homosexuals. You know? Full of abominations. So of course, they're warned with the judgment of the Most High, because the Most High would have, if it was up to the men of the Lord right now to go ahead and execute the judgment, California would be one of the main places to start. California, Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Sin City, city that never sleeps. You know, that's in California. You know, where they had the biggest gay parade. You know?
Oh yeah, what was that place in Nevada? I think over the summer. It was out in the middle of the desert. It's close to Las Vegas. They basically planned a huge orgy. It's like 1,000 people or some shit. And why is that at the high standard? Why is that being exalted, being pushed forth? It's because the wicked are in rulership.
Right.
That's their agenda, is to promote abomination.
Yeah, to get you to go off. That's why I say woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. You know, rejoice, all you that follow after and subscribe to the so-called white man's wickedness, because he has put you out there with the judgment that he carries, as if it's of the Most High, and if this is okay. That's the whole reason why he made homosexuality legal, because he knows that angers the Most High. That's a deadly sin. That's sin punishable unto death. You know. So that's anti-life, and the Lord is all about what? Life, man. But if you don't know life, you can't. If you don't know life, you can't understand what the truth is. You know, Yahweh Shai is life, man. Read that again in Job 14:5 as soon as you finish.
All right. Back in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, you know his time is up, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. That has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right. So it's only so much deception that he can put out there. It's the word devil, you know, it goes back to Diablo, right? Or Shatan, Satan is the adversary. He's averse to the righteous judgment of the Heavenly Father, you know. And the so-called white man is the physical counterpart of Shatan, Satan, right? He's the one that does the Lord's deceiving. I mean, so, the devil, the Shatan is the one that does the deceiving, because ultimately, get Job 12:16.
The Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom.
Right, with the Most High is strength and wisdom.
The deceived and the deceiver are his.
So the Lord gives strength and wisdom to his elect, and he gives the deceived over to the deceiver. So he controls both sides, right? That's why we spoke in the beginning, there's only an elect group of men that's going to get this, man. You know? Brother, get Matthew 24. Start at 21. So, you got something?
I was going to bring out the Revelation.
Don't worry about it right now. We get into it.
It's Matthew 24 and 21. But there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Right. So, read it again.
Matthew 24 and 21. For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Which is now. This that time that we vastly approaching, which is ultimately Jacob's trouble. Okay? So the devil, all right, aka the so-called white man, is coming down with his great wrath. Right? And what does it say about that great wrath? Read that scripture again. Read that Matthew again.
Matthew 24 and 21. For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
So that's about to be all out hell on earth. The worst kind of hell.
It's already hell on earth.
It's gonna. That's right.
That's right.
But it's gonna get worse.
And it's about to.
It's gonna get worse. This ain't nothing. Yeah, this is a cakewalk. See, you walking around freely right now. No restraints, no insecurities. You know, being in a rush to get back to your houses. But soon all that's gonna cease. Because it's going to be martial law on the street. Read it again.
For there shall be great tribulation, such
Tribulation is trouble, pain, woe, mourning, lamentation, suffering. That ain't the hell you're going through right now. You know? Go ahead, bro.
such as was not since the beginning of the world.
See, a special kind of tribulation. The kind of tribulation that's never been since when?
The beginning of the world.
Since the beginning of the world. So it's going to be a time like it's never been on earth ever before.
To this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall
Get Joel 2. We're gonna get that though. We're gonna finish that. We're gonna break it down. Get Joel 2. We're gonna get into how these days are gonna come upon our people, man. All right, because really it's about Israel. You know, like I said, it's all about the nation of Israel, man. And we out here to warn the elect of these days that's coming. But if you're keeping up, which he might have been a Jacob, but you know, a lot of these Edomites keep up. They see the start, they see their investments not panning out well, you know.
Yeah, they know that the stock market is in a bubble. They like there's tons and tons of people on YouTube. A lot of them are Edomites breaking down how the stock market is in a huge financial bubble. Even Trump brought it out during his campaign. He said that you know the moment Obama leaves out of office, you know you're gonna see like he basically brought out that he broke it down. Yeah, Trump broke it down.
He said as soon as Obama leave out of office, or as soon as Trump leave out of
Yeah,
office.
as soon as Obama leaves. But I mean, which it didn't happen, but it's still looming. It's still a looming bubble to waiting to be popped.
Yes. Yeah, Joel 2:1. Most of our people, for the most part, they going about their lives willy-nilly. You know, YOLO minded. No, that's why I say, rejoice, live it up. You know, and ultimately that's for the devil, Esau, because this is his time to live it up. Our people supposed to be trying to get right and humble down. We're supposed to live down. Esau's supposed to live up. You know, we supposed to tune it down, keep watch, stay off the radar, be low. Don't be trying to be all out doing the most, man. You know, because when you all off into the world, when your mind is all caught up into the things of the world, you can't keep watch. His brother broke it down beautifully. The Hebrew word for watch is shamar, and the Hebrew word for listen is shema. Shema means hear, listen, obey. So you can't; those are synonymous. You gotta hear and watch. You gotta be able to see and hear. That's why the scriptures say that he that have an ear, let him hear. Go ahead. You was about to say something?
Be aware.
Yeah,
You
vigilant.
gotta, yeah. Be observe with all your senses. Observe your surroundings, man.
Circumspect.
Yeah, circumspect. This is Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
All right, now who is he telling to blow the trumpet? His prophets. Do that mean literally get a bullhorn or a trumpet and come out here and No. We blowing the trumpet mean give the judgment. You know? Make the vision plain upon tables. It's written in Habakkuk, right? All right? So people can clearly see what we're talking about. That's why we have signs. All right? It's like they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Okay? Us brothers are not always the most eloquent speakers. But we speak this because it's the truth and it's what we believe and we have faith. And we know it's other Israelite men out there whose spirit resonates. Okay? And we coming out here to do what? Give them the judgment so that they can be exempt from the lamentation, mournings, and woe that's coming, man. Knowing is half the battle. I always say that. And this is what you need to know. Go ahead, bro.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Right, it's close. Our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Because when you see all of these things, you say, well, it's already hell on earth. Well, all I see is folly. I don't see nobody trembling. As the scriptures say, folly is set in great dignity. And what's some of the biggest folly? Christmas. We was at the gas station last night, which I ran into the bar. We met up at the gas station with the Spirit, so we met up before he left. We got up with the Chicago brothers. Esau at the gas station deceiving. He got his little boy with him. Now, you know how cold it was last night. He got his little boy, got his coat on this little boy. And he walking around, he don't got no coat on, but he dressed decent, you know. He might not have the most luxurious name branded clothes on, but he had fairly decent clothes on, you know. So I'm looking at him, I'm like trying to judge and have discernment, you know. He come up asking me, you think we can get $2? But he holding a damn cross. With he got the cross with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph embedded in the cross. So when he came up, we was like, nah, we ain't got nothing. We said, well, what about this? He said, what about that? What we supposed to do with that? You can buy it from me if you like. I said, no, why would we do that? We want that bullshit, you know? It's just like that, we like, man, no, we don't want that. You keep that, you know? So after we get gas and everything, because he's still walking around trying to see who he can gun out of some money. Look at him walk off. He go get in like a 2014, 2015 Toyota Prius or something. I'm talking about one of them real few. It looked something like that Mazda right there. Yeah. Now you can clearly see that's a new car. I said, look at this devil, man. See, that's why the Most High about to come down with the judgment, because it's finally set in great dignity, man. You know? Walking around here talking about Jesus' birthday. That ain't in the scriptures. Where it tell you to put a Christmas tree up in the scriptures?
I can show you where it tells you not to do that.
We can definitely show you where it tells you specifically not to do that. Not to be accustomed, groomed to Babylonian worship. Not to learn the ways of the Babylonians, because that goes back to Nimrod. Semiramis and Tammuz, man. Go ahead, bro. But you people don't research, look into anything, you just do it. And not once do you think that you offend the Lord. Not once do you think that maybe this not what the Lord wants me to do. But just because everybody is doing it and everybody is in that folly spirit, our people just latch right on. A trend. But guess what? We're out here to wake up our people out of that nonsense. Because ultimately, if you're into that, the Lord's going to destroy you. But if the Lord doesn't have that judgment for you, he's going to bring you out of that.
All right, this is Joel 2:2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it.
All right, hold on, bro. So what that say? Does that say the same thing we just read in Matthew? That's the same day. It's not going to be a day like this, man. You think you catching hell? You ain't seen nothing yet. Go ahead, bro.
Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Even to the years of many generations. And those generations have passed. We living in the final, okay? The last days. We living in the final chapter. This is the end, man. It can't get no clearer to those who have the vision. That was it on that. You got a precept? Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 7:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thy abominations.
Right. So the Lord got vengeance in his heart, man.
He said, in my eyes.
The Lord got vengeance in his heart. And contrary to this God that the world paints to you, that all he does is love, he gonna wake you up to some love that you didn't know existed. Like, I didn't know that this is the type of love that the Lord shows. Everybody told me this, but this don't feel like love. The Lord ain't coming, hey, with the whole host of heaven just so he can pamper you. You know? The scriptures tell you that the Lord, when he comes back with the host of heaven. Now he is coming, so he is coming to cater to the elect. But everybody's not the elect. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an elect. It'd just be everybody. You know, everybody be equal. You know, the mere fact that you can read in the scriptures that the Lord has an elect completely destroys that God loves everybody doctrine.
So, verse 4, and my eye should not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy
The
ways.
Lord ain't gonna have no pity. He's not gonna have, the Lord said he's not going to have pity. Because your pastors, all they ever taught you is that the Lord is merciful, he's gracious, he's forgiving. He is. But that ain't all he is. Read it again. Let's see what else he is. Read that what else he is.
My eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Thus said the Lord, power and evil, and only evil. Behold, it is come, and end is come, the end is come, and watching for thee, behold, it is come.
So as much as he is merciful and gracious and peaceful, he also is a Lord of bad times. The Lord brings bad times.
Verse 7, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land, the time is
In
come.
America,
The time is come, the day of trouble is near,
the day is trouble is near and it's coming to America, man.
and not the sound again of the mountains.
You know, this whole great America that's so great and supposedly in the process of being made great again, which it is. It is going to be great, but not the way you thinking. America going to be made wholly great. Because what we're talking about is a time like no other that's coming to the earth. That time is the indignation and wrath of the Lord. The wrath that the Lord brought upon Sodom and Gomorrah can't compare to the wrath that the Lord is bringing upon America. Great wrath. Trump doing his thing. He say, go DJ. DJ Trump doing his thing, man. He's scratching and mixing, fucking everything up. Got something, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
That red horse is talking about Esau, man. Okay? In his system, all right? Just speaks about he took peace from the earth, which that's all he's ever done. He went all over the earth killing, lying, robbing, raping, okay? But that's his lot. That's what the Lord set him up to do, you know? But just like the Lord give it, the Lord taketh away. That time that he has had to take peace from the earth is about to expire, man. Read it again, huh?
Right? It says, and there went out another horse.
Which a rulership, because horse represents power, okay? And the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, or the power of the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, which is Esau Edom. Go ahead, bro.
And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him.
See? And power was given to him. You know? So that power that he has, the Lord gave it to him. Go ahead.
and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right, because these so-called white people are sitting on the throne, the judgment seat of the earth. And all they have ever done was took away the peace from the earth. The so-called Native Americans, all right, which are the tribe of Gad and Reuben, they were peacefully living over here in what they call America today. They wasn't fucking with nobody. They weren't seeking out lands to go. They had everything they needed. And ultimately they were a loving, kind, and what you call a person that gives, giving people, you know. Hospitable is what I was trying to say. You know, like when they came over to America, they wasn't like, this our land, get the fuck off our land. Even though they came over here stealing, they was like, stop stealing our shit. Hey, you ain't gotta steal our stuff. We'll give you, you know. But the white man, so-called white man, always had war in his heart, you know? And he's very envious. When Jacob got the birthright, Esau, he was envious, all right? And he took that envy and he sought out to destroy it, man. And ever since, he's been granted that power seat. He's reading, he just read in Revelation 6. Ever since he's been given that power seat, which is by the means of the sword, which is given to him to destroy and take peace from the earth. That's what he's been doing, man. But that sword is about to fail him, okay? That sword was given unto him for his own destruction. Go ahead, bro.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
They say he enlarged his desire as hell. Hell is the grave. The grave is endless. People dying every day. About 1,000. I'm just estimating the thousands, but it's probably more than that. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the earth. How many of them you think dying every day? So this man, the only thing that this man ever thinks about is death. So who can I kill next and steal from? Take, kill, destroy, take. Read that again, now.
And it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Right.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Right.
And
gotta break this stuff down. It's for the elect's sake. They don't get it. We gotta break it down to them. So read it again, Baba Kushai. Read it slow.
yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine.
He transgresseth by wine. So the way that he transgress means to go against. Okay? And he transgresses against the Most High. Wine goes into his philosophies and his way of thinking, his doctrines, his systems. Okay? Everything he sets up goes against the Most High. Go ahead, bro.
He is a proud man.
He's proud. And what does it say about pride? Hold it. Get Get Sirach 10. I think it's 6. Con.
So what? 10-7. Pride is hateful before the Most High.
Pride is hateful before the Most High. And what you just read about pride?
He is a proud man.
So, who does the Most High hate? The proud man. Who is that proud man? Esau. You can finish it off.
Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both the one committing iniquity.
Right. So that's how we fall into the trap and the snare of the so-called white man by doing what? Subscribing to his philosophies. Because even Russia, they're Edomites, they take pride in what their science, they're scientists. Okay? And America competes with Russia in their what they call their scientific knowledge. There are different scientific breakthroughs. When Russia was trying to land on the moon, it was a space race, yeah. But their ass ain't never landed on no goddamn moons. You know, but they know that they can lie to the mass of people. If I create this great big spacecraft and they see it go up into the air until they can't see it no more, and we fly around for a month or two, or however long we fly, that motherfucker probably just flew around and came back down when nobody was paying attention. He hit the goddamn ship somewhere. This is the type of shit Esau do, man. And when the people subscribe to it, he gets proud. When he can get the people to, oh yeah, we landed on the moon. Look at these pictures. Goddamn picture on the moon. How the fuck you taking a picture on the moon? The moon is straight light. You can't take no goddamn pictures on the moon. How you gonna stand on a light source? If the moon lights the sky at night so bright, and you gonna take a ship and land on it, you gotta have some type of spiritual power. Them spacesuits ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, they can't get past the
Van Allen belt.
radiation belt.
Yeah.
Let's get one of those.
Because the Lord has set up boundaries that you can't surpass, man. How can you go and land on the moon and you only discover 5% of the ocean? You can't go to the depths of the ocean. It's the same elements. They're just separated differently. You can't conquer H2O. And it's way more elements when you go past, the firmament, which is the first layer. You can't get past that, man. You know? But that's the type of pride, and that's what it say. He exalted himself as the eagle. He set his nest amongst the stars. But he's able to put different spacecrafts and satellites up in the firmament because they don't need oxygen. He can transmit signals back and forth. He can't go up there. It would have been a live movie that made sense by now. Right. You ever notice when they do the movies, they not real. You can tell they fabricated movies.
Yeah, green screen.
Greens, you can tell. It would have been live documentaries if they was able to do that. Let you people simple, man. Everything else he do live. If he wrestle with a goddamn alligator, he doing that live. If he extracting the venom from a serpent's mouth, a black mamba, he doing that live. But he make a movie and give you scenes so he can omit this and delete that and put it together and make it look good. Because he's the master of deception. Yeah, inspired by true events. Yeah, inspired by your wicked ass imagination.
Right.
You know? Go back, I don't want to get too far off into it, but that's the pride of this devil, man. You know?
It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell.
Enlarges his desire is hell, which is the grave, and the grave is immeasurable. It never stops. It's growing every day. You know? So his desire is to continue to his desire is to continually promote death. All right? Go ahead, bro.
If I can say this out, it said neither keep at home, you know. He got his army everywhere across the world, you know. The army base, Iran, Afghanistan, the nose everywhere, man.
Yep.
So he everywhere, man.
Yep. he don't got a place that he really call home. Because he want to be everywhere, you know. Even when we get the kingdom, the whole earth, yet even though it's going to belong to the nation of Israel, Jerusalem and Israel is going to be our home. We're going to let the other nations have their own lands, man. We're not going to try to rule. The whole earth going to have to be subjected to the laws, statutes, and commandments, of course. But we're not going to go over there and tell them how to build their houses, tell them how to run, you know. Basically, we're going to just give them the laws, man. Look, don't do this, do this. Don't do this, do that, you know.
Because even in this society, man, if you're still paying bills on your house, trying to pay off your house, you don't own your own house, man. You don't own your own car. Shit, if you miss a payment to the bank, they're able to claim your house.
Yeah, we'll say link. What you be delinquent, and
And
evict you out of your own house.
Gone. And
Yep.
then other people are able to pay off the rest of your house and take it and own it for themselves. Same thing with cars.
And then just pay the taxes on your house. Like if you, like you say, you're talking about the taxes. You probably have a $250,000 house that you paid for, but then you got behind on the taxes on it. You may be $10,000 behind on the taxes. Somebody come pay the taxes off on the house. Now it's theirs.
Yeah.
What kind of that's how is that right? You know? How is that right in any kind of way? But it's impossible for Esau to get right, you know? You have more on that?
It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. To take the peace away from the earth because he wants, as Apostle Paul was going into, total control. And his means of doing that, his ultimate device to do that with is RFID technology, man. The chip, okay? The chip is his way of having total control over all the inhabitants of the earth. What else is there? What else is there that could give the so-called white man total control? Nothing, man. No. Now he can dictate who lives, who dies, who does this, who does that, who gets this prescription, who gets that prescription. You know? Because it's already going on. They monitor and dictate everything already, but they can't fully do it. You know, they don't have the totality of it. You go to the same doctor with the same symptom, yet you get prescribed something different. Why? They all your blood type is this and whatever. A whole lot of bullshit. You know? I always said this, why is it when you go to the doctor, they don't give you health and dietary advice? Like, okay, let's eat this. Let's work out. Well, I got this pill.
Or we can just amputate your pinky toe.
Yeah, you just cut it off. You ain't gotta worry about that. Then we give you all this different pain. But it all leads back to the medicine. Because it's witchcraft. That's why when you go to Walgreens, it's a witch pot. All right? With all type of spells coming out of it. Because it's an enchantment against you. And most of the shit that they give you, it's even if it's something for physical pain, it still tampers with your mind. You know?
Yeah, because this general contractor that I was working under for this one job, he told me a story about how he got hit by a truck that was speeding when he was on the garbage truck. He said he ended up under the second car because they were racing. And he ended up behind the second car with his leg laying next to him. And he fucked up his whole shit, right? And so he has like pins and needles like from his foot all the way up to his waist side. And but you can never tell just by looking at him because he looks fine now, which is crazy. But nevertheless, he told me the story when he was in the hospital, how they put him on opioids, and he said that he was just high as hell, but he could still feel all the pain.
Yeah, he still could feel the pain, but he was high. Yeah.
He was just loopy and out of his mind, but he still felt all that shit. That's how you know that that's nothing but demons, man.
Yeah.
That just opens you up to demons. All the medicine, man. They call them drugs.
Right, but it's all about deceiving you, keeping your mind away from the truth. Because starting with these elite banking families, they know, right? They know that we are the chosen people, you know, and they know how to read that scripture.
Habakkuk 2:5. Yeah. Also, because he
Go back because you left off.
it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. That's his way of heaping people unto him, man. Through the medicine. Okay? Once he got your mind, he got you. You know? If he can get you to subscribe to his philosophies and to his school systems, his educations, and believe that the doctor, which we go to the word doctor, it means falsify, man. Okay? So doctor will tell you a lot. I learned that as a child. I played hooky just to get out of school and even took it as far as say I need to go to the doctor. Knowing there wasn't a damn thing wrong with me. You know? But I tell the doctor, oh yeah, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. This been hurting, that's been hurting. Ain't a damn thing wrong with me. Did he know? No, he gave me some medicine. Why? Because it's big business, man.
Oh yeah. That's why there's an opioid epidemic going out, and they only brought that to the mainstream media that it was an epidemic, so they could switch into a more stronger drug. Because the drug that's going to replace opioids is going to be way more addictive, and way more hallucinating than opioids, man.
Way more damaging.
And
No.
in the way he got people hooked on opioids is that he would give them double the dosage, double the amount, and for something that didn't really need painkillers. Like you said, your back was aching, then he just give you painkillers, man.
Right.
You know, Percocets, opioids.
Yeah, if I can say this, like, his people, his own people, the ones sprung out on him. You know, but he the same guy that put the crack in the hood, you know, feet, and he the one did all this shit. But they ain't make mainstream news or nothing like that.
Right.
So they just show you that.
Yeah, when it's affecting his people,
you want to do
then
something.
it's an epidemic. But you know, that's how it works, though. You know, Esau, he don't give a damn about his own people. You know, that really be them lower level Edomites spreading the news. But at least they don't care. They're willing to sacrifice their own people to destroy the elect. Go ahead, bro. That's why these heathens, they're gonna be a part of Jacob's trouble too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it don't matter if you so-called white, Chinese. It don't matter. You're gonna be a part of Jacob's trouble too, man. Okay? Because the Lord, He's coming back to bring His wrath upon the whole entire earth. Everybody got to pay. But it's called Jacob's trouble. Why? Because it's really about Jacob. Jacob is the one that the Lord gave laws, statutes, and commandments, gave the keys to life to. I gave you these keys. and you lost it. You know, I gave you these keys and you ain't gonna even use them. You know? It's just like if the dope man front you some keys or some drugs and you don't sell them, when he come back for his money, you ain't got it, that's your ass. Okay? That's why you got the parable of the talents, man. You know? And a lot of you jakes out there that's listening to this word and all you Israelites, you are those fools who took your talents and hid it in the napkin, you know, and then bringing the profit back. And Jacob's trouble is righteously gonna come upon you, man. Go ahead, read that.
Did Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Again, alas, for that day is great. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Israelite.
And when that time comes, it ain't gonna be no joke, man. All shits and giggles gonna be to the side. Cause all shit's gonna be coming out of your mouth. All you're gonna be doing is coughing up shit, bleeding out of your ass. Then we're gonna see how funny it is. Cause I guarantee you, all you that think it's a game, you won't get it. You won't get the last laugh, man. Read it again.
Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
We ain't talking about the trouble you get into when, you know, you get detention in school. You get suspended from school. You get stopped by the police, get caught with drugs, and take you to jail. Nah, that ain't the type of trouble we're talking about. We're talking about the type of trouble when you go to the store and they say, we closed. You need to get groceries. I'll come back in 3 days when the truck comes. Or you need eggs, but you need $20. You need milk. You need $20. You need milk. You need the chip. The greenbacks don't work no more. We talking about 8 o'clock. If your ass ain't in the house, you going to the concentration camp. Yeah, you going to where? Come on, we finna take you. We going to Walmart.
Yeah, man, they show you, you can look that up, man, in different parts where martial law has been declared, you know, during hurricanes and other weather phenomenons, like in Houston, that's when they really brought it out. When the hurricane hit Houston, they showed a bunch of alphabet boys, you know, the FBI, the CIA, and the you know, the militarized police. They were going into malls and Walmarts and making them military checkpoints to stock up on ammunition to fight off the people that were raiding the stores. And they were giving orders that if anybody has a gun, you can shoot at them. And anybody in sight is guilty of what do they call it? Guilty with association. The same thing that they do in the Middle East. If they see somebody in their own land with a gun trying to defend their neighborhood, that they can just kill them because they're a potential terrorist. They're a potential threat.
Right. And you may not think it's coming, but behind closed doors, they setting it all up, man. You know, they setting up everything in secret. Those Walmarts, a lot of them around the country have been closed down and fenced in. All you gotta do is go and look it up, man. FEMA camps already set up. They got them set up in 10 different divisions, man, across the country, man. According to your geographical location, you will be carried off to one of those particular FEMA camps, man.
Right.
And when you go into those FEMA camps, right, because what FEMA stand for? Federal Emergency, basically it's supposed to be like for help in the time of natural disaster,
Like
like he was
government-
talking about,
Government
right?
assistance. Something like that.
It's basically supposed to be government assistance. But it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be some government assistance. They're gonna be assisting to whoop your ass, drug you up. They're gonna be hitting you with all type of shots. Okay? You're gonna be getting tortured inside those FEMA camps, man.
Guillotine, all that. So you look into Walmart, you say it backwards, it's martial law, man. You know, you got the eye to see it, man.
Right.
You know.
And the thing that they are waiting on to initiate it is the perfect scenario, which will be caused by chaos. Order of the chaos. So when it happens, you're gonna be caught off guard. Because you're gonna think this is like actual FEMA, government assistance. You know, federal emergency assistance. They're gonna be assisting to usher in martial law and lock you up so that ultimately they can bring forward their chip, man, and their new world order.
This second Ezra is 15-4. For all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Plagues. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what the Lord said He's gonna bring upon the earth. That's the peace that the Lord is bringing upon earth. Because that's what's got to happen before peace can be established on earth. You know? Because as he read in Revelation, he saw that red dragon, he was set up to take peace from the earth. And that's going to be the end of his age. Plagues, the sword, famine, and destruction. And rightfully so. Thus said the Bible. Thus said the Lord.
God.
All right. You've read Jeremiah 30:7. You can get Second Ezra. You already was in it. Second Ezra. Jump down to verse 14.
Second Ezra 15-14.
Let him get it. Let him get it. Go ahead. All right.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe, lamentations, mourning, destructions. That's that plagues, sword, famine. That's the woe. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Right. It's saying the same thing, man. How come the prophets are saying the same thing over and over?
All of that.
Right? For the elect's sake. One of these prophecies is going to resonate with the elect. Something that you hear from one of these prophets is going to sit well with you, and you're going to take heed and hearken unto the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right. So race wars are coming to America. All right? And on a low level, they already here. Because tension is real high between Jake and Esau. All right? And then you got tension high between Esau and Esau. So really, it's like defining parts of the times like no other. Because back in the ancient times, it really was like this nation against this nation. You didn't have nation within the same two nations of people fighting against each other like that. Like you're gonna have so-called Negroes fighting against so-called Negroes alongside with so-called Caucasians. You know, they really are Caucasians. Okay, you're gonna have them fighting against each other. You're gonna have Chinese fighting against each other. Okay, because in the end, it's all utter confusion. Nobody knows what's right, what's wrong. Everybody thinks we all the same. It doesn't matter. We all bleed the same, right? Don't matter. Everybody's blood is red. Right. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Right, sedition among man. You know, that's uproar. You know, rebellious on civil authorities. You go into it.
Yeah, like people ain't gonna care about the police right there on the block.
Yeah, right.
You know how right now Jake kind of have a little respect for the police if you see him. He'll slow down, won't speed. Shit, in that day, he gonna blow past the goddamn police like, who you supposed to be? Fuck you.
Right.
I'm finna slap this bitch. Or I'm finna go rape this hoe. Or I'm finna go shoot this person. Like, they're gonna be blowing folks' heads off in front of the police, man.
Right.
Gonna be shooting the police, man.
And a lot of police gonna turn their badges in, man. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, ain't no more calling the cops in that day, man.
Man, these police ain't making no money.
Yeah, here in Memphis, there's a lack of police force downtown.
Right.
Because they're not making as much money as they would in the suburbs. So like, fuck that.
I work for the county.
Yeah, it's way too risky to risk my life going to war with people in the hood. So I'm gonna go to the suburbs where I can make more money and be more protected.
Yeah, and a lot of these police that they bringing up, they got lack of training. And a lot of these police are pussies, man. It ain't in them to protect nobody. It ain't in them to apprehend, apprehend the suspect. You know, deneutralize the situation. I'm stuttering this shit. Deneutralize the situation.
Yeah, man.
The first thing the police gonna do when he gets scared, he gonna pull his gun and shoot the suspect before the suspect even do anything. You know?
Yeah, and mainly because the cops have to deal with those kinds of people. I mean, not the Edomites. They're in the safe neighborhoods, and they're always thinking that it's going to be the worst case scenario whenever they pull Jake over. But the Jake cops that deal with that kind of shit, that do end up accidentally shooting people, it's because they have to deal with crazy ass people. Like I heard this one story where Jake always has to run because he has a petty warrant, so he thinks that his ass is going to jail automatically. Well, if you start running, you definitely are, man. But he was chasing this guy, right? And this is judgment for sure, because he said that he hopped over this fence and landed on this pole, and it went straight up his ass and out of his side. It's the only pole on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, so when you dealing with these police, you know, they're not trained, man. They're not trained properly. You know? Jake get a couple months of PT, then it's right back. Jake ain't working out. I mean, I seen in my time, and I work out pretty regular, one police officer in the gym. You know? They don't have any type of boxing, martial arts background. They're supposed to be trained. You know? They're not trained. The only training that they're doing, they're going to the range and they shooting the gun. That's it. So that's what their first instinct to do is, in time of trouble, is pull the gun, man. Pull the trigger. But it has to be in your heart to kill somebody, man. You really have to have that spirit in you to take life. That's how we know when we see Jake getting shot down in the streets. For most of the time, before we even, or when we hear about Jake getting shot down in the streets, before we even see who it is, it probably was Esau. Because Esau got that spirit in him to take life. That's the shit that he does. They say he enlarged his grave as hell, man. You know? Jake will get in a situation and accidentally do some shit, you know, just be at the wrong place at the wrong time, get scared, bam, shit, you know.
Yeah, and when Jay do it, they have nightmares about this shit. Like that conscience be fucking with them, man.
Shit, Esau go right to the bar, get back up, I'm ready to go back to work.
It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
That nigga got what he deserves.
hate them anyway.
Yeah.
It's Esau, man. You know, they're our real enemies. The so-called white man. You know, Esau Edom.
That's right.
You know, but yeah, it'll be military. You know, the UN troops coming in. You know.
Yep.
You finish that up?
They already got this. They already got that set up. Yeah. Because I wanted you to read 14 and 15, and skip down to 20 and 22.
Yeah, they say there should be like man.
Just read 14 and 19.
Man, sparing none, you know. So they'll be shooting everybody in that day. You know, a lot of death is coming, man. You know, Jacob trouble, man. But Jacob is some so-called blacks, Hispanic, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you'll confess in the faces, you know.
2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be seditions among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Martial law.
That's that martial law. That's those checkpoints they're gonna have set up, man. They showed you that in that movie with Forrest Whitaker. It's called what? How It Ends.
Yeah, how it is.
How It Ends.
It's on Netflix.
And that's the spirit of the Most High that put these movies in the minds of these directors. Because they showed you in the movie How It Ends, police officers were abandoning their posts, and then you'll have regular old civilian riding around in a police car like we the police, you know. That's gonna be happening, man. The reason that they're gonna be doing stuff like that is so that they can get past, sneak by checkpoints. You might have family in a different state, right? You know? And it might be simple as, because we live in a tri-state area, I mean, you basically no more than 15 minutes from the state line of Mississippi and the state line of Arkansas, you know? Tennessee, Arkansas, and Mississippi, state lines run through Memphis, you know? So it'll be simple as keeping the civilians in Memphis, and keeping the civilians in Arkansas, and keeping the civilians in Mississippi. And you got loved ones right there. You might have a mother or brother, sister, whatever, right there, and can't go see. They may be sick. Esau don't give a damn.
You may be stuck over here in Memphis and your family at home, you know, in Arkansas or somewhere, man. But you can't go over there soon, you know. So hey, it's coming, man.
Yeah, what happened during 9/11? They shut down the airports. Nobody could go travel by plane anywhere. How much worse do you think it is when countries are invading this place? Because that's what Esau said was happening, is that America is under attack. So they cut off the airports.
And America is under attack. I mean, right now America under attack. Okay, because America is being spiritually attacked. All right? And it's been going on, man. You know? But soon it's going to be physical war on the soils of America, you know? Go ahead, bro.
It says,
Call it and read it.
2nd Ezra 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Right, because the pride is what kept them from the truth. So the people in these cities, you know, it's gonna bother them, but the elect gonna be like, okay, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been watching for. The prophecies are as written, true. They are true as written, you know. And every man is a liar, man. Because then you're gonna see who the real pastors that the Most High set up. Because everybody think that everybody that's into these churches or some sort of religion thinks their God or their pastor is it. You know? He's teaching me and leading me the right way. You don't know he's leading you into a ditch. leading you into your doom, man. Remember, and I don't know if y'all saw that. For some reason, that came into my mind. Did y'all see that Power Rangers? You remember the old Power Rangers with the ooze? He had that shit, and when they took it, it brainwashed them. And whatever he told them to do, they done it. And he told them to leap until their doom. You remember the one with the White Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Yellow, the Pink Ranger? When they got the ninja power, they had to get the ninja power. Anyway, they had that ooze, man. That dude, I can't remember his name, but he had some type of ooze. And when they drank that ooze, it made them subject. It basically put you in the mind of Esau's philosophy. It made them subject unto him. And whatever he said, they took it and they done it. And what he told them to do is walk and continue to walk and walk into a hole, walk to the edge of a mountain and leap into your doom. And they done it. So that's what came to mind when you just read that scripture, bro.
Hey, I'll jump up a bit. This is 2 Ezra 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yeah. Which is bondage, man. All right. This is the new Egypt, as it says in Revelation 11, man. 11 and 8. You know. Go ahead, bro.
All right, jumping back down to verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
The sword, man.
Con, your neighbor, man. It don't matter how long you know your neighbor, you know, for 15 years, 30 years.
50 years.
Hey, Most High said, read that again.
It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Right, a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, man. You know? So if you ain't eating in that day, hey, you gonna go to your neighbor's house and take what he got, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it say with the sword.
With the sword.
modern day sword is the gun.
The gun,
You
man.
know? So you're gonna have Jake running up in Jake's house,
Yeah.
right? Jake's running up in Edomite's house, Edomite's running up in Jake's house, Moab getting ran up on. It's gonna be all out chaos out here.
Right, it says in Job 18:11, terror should make you afraid on every side, you know? So, hey, if you got a child and he ain't eating, what you gonna do? You gonna try to go provide food for your family, man.
Yeah.
You know? So,
And even the most decent so-called person in that day is gonna become a monster, man.
right.
Because of the lack of faith. Like it say, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
God.
There's gonna be children out here that's gonna be left alone. And guess what? Some of those children are gonna be of the elect. And if they are the elect, the Lord gonna lead them to a safe haven. Okay? With other elect men. You know?
Even celebrities ain't safe too, you know? Y'all gotta go through that judgment as well, man. Everybody should be tried in that day, you know, tempted.
It don't matter what your status is, man.
Right, it said neither gold nor silver should deliver you out of the Lord's hand, man. The Lord don't care how much money you got. You're not coming back to your true power. He gonna destroy you, man. You know?
Nobody's too big. Nobody's too big to be stepped on, and nobody's too small to be overlooked. Man. It don't matter what your status is. You're gonna face that wrath of the Lord, man.
Right, it said neither shall my eye have pity. I should not spare thee,
The
man.
only ones the Lord gonna spare gonna be his elect men, man.
Right.
We're gonna get to that. Get Isaiah. Just jump back to Matthew 24 and 22. And then you get Isaiah 65 for me. You had so much, you bring it out. And then Isaiah 65. Finish you up. He read 19.
I didn't read all of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. 2 Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, great trouble, man. You know? So, like I said, the most decent man in that day is going to become a monster. You know, that neighbor of yours that you thought was so cool, and man, he lends you his hammer and he borrow his tools. Hell, he wash the car for you, whatever.
The grass
Cut your grass.
for free.
Yeah. You know, let you borrow his sugar. You gonna really see how these Edomites get down, man. You know?
They said the lack of bread, the lack of food, man. A lot of people gonna be eating their children, you know. Cannibalism is part of prophecy, man. You know?
Yeah, go ahead and get that Matthew 24.
24 and 22.
Yeah.
Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened,
Which days is it talking about? Jacob's trouble. Go ahead.
there should no flesh be saved.
Right, because at the end, if that was to continue to go on, ultimately, everybody would perish. When nobody be left alive. Because everybody just kill everybody off. You know?
But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened.
Right, so we know that when those times do come, all we have to do is be patient and wait on the Lord. You know? Get Isaiah 65, you know, start at verse 8. It's more on 22. Let's see it on 22. Let's see it on 22. Read it again.
Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened.
Right, so the only reason the Lord is going to cease hell on earth, or put an end to the hell that's coming to earth, all right, which it is hell on earth. He didn't say no, it's hell on earth right now, but it ain't what we talking about. We're talking about that hell like no other. And the only reason that the Lord is going to cease that hell, or put an end to that hell, is for the elect. That's his love, man. A very small number of men, man. Okay?
Yeah.
Which is going to be women and children as well. It's not going to be just men, but the chief of the elect is the 144,000, which will be all men.
Amen.
He's going to say something. Go ahead, bro. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah. This is Isaiah 65, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it.
It said, as the new wine is found in the cluster. Look up that word cluster. All right, look it up in the blue letter, and then look it up in the etymology. So I'm going to break it down. It said, as the new wine, right? Which that new wine is talking about the new judgment, the new doctrine, right? Which is the truth, which is what we have, okay? That new wine is going to be found in that cluster of all the midst of everything that's going on, in the midst of all hell being broke out on the earth. Guess who's going to be in the midst of that? That cluster. The Lord's elect men, okay? The Lord's elect men are going to be right, safe as a dove in the time of Jacob's trouble. What he say? His servants are going to eat, okay? So when famine comes, we have no worries. When martial law comes, we're not going to have no worries, man. You got it?
This blue letter for cluster.
You just said it to him.
Oh, okay, come. It's in the Hebrew for cluster. It's Oshkawa. It's mean cluster of grapes, of flowers. You know, metaphor of love. You know,
Metaphorically, what it say?
of love.
Yeah, metaphor of lover. So the ones that the Lord loves, a cluster of grapes. Now hold it. 2 Ezra 9 and 20. You can read that part again. Stop at cluster because I want it to flow.
Isaiah 45 and 8. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it.
A blessing is in it. The Lord's love, all right, is going to be here during the time of Jacob's trouble. That's his elect, right?
The second Ezra 9:21. And I sought and spared it greatly, and have kept me a great.
Right, that's it. Come.
Let's start over. Second Ezra 9:21. And I sought and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster.
Start at 20. That's why I said start at 20.
I'll start 20. I'm sorry. 9 to 20. So I considered the word, and behold, there were a peril because of the device that will come into it.
So he said, I considered the world, and what?
And behold, there were a peril because
There was peril, meaning trouble. Okay, because of what?
because of the devices that were.
What are the devices? Like it say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. The martial law, the FEMA camps, the famine, the plagues, okay? All of these things that the devil is coming down with, okay? Those are the devices. And that's what's coming into the world. So he said he considered, and what else?
Because of the devices that will come into it. And I sought and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people.
A grape of a cluster and a plant of a great people. That's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? You are that great plant, that cluster of grapes that the Lord kept unto himself, because ultimately that's how he's going to spare the entire world. Through the seed of the elect of the nation of Israel, the entire earth will be repopulated as it once was before through Noah, man, and his seeds. So the Lord is not going to destroy everybody, man. Jacob's trouble is not going to be the end of everybody, man. Okay? Hold it. Go back.
All right, this is continuing Isaiah 45 and 8.
65.
So like it, 65 and 8. So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, and an inheritor of my mountains.
Right, that's his elect. And his mountain is talking about his government, his judgment, the inheritors of the Lord's judgment. All right, is Jacob. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American who cannot be numbered. All right, we can't just solely say, hey, you Jake, you not Jake. We have to try the spirit by the spirit. Okay?
And mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there.
Who shall inherit it?
Mine elect.
His elect, man. So the Lord is not only going to spare his elect and deliver them out of Jacob's trouble, but he also going to give them the inheritance of what? His judgment, you know? Which basically that's going to be eternal life, those laws, statutes, and commandments being placed in us, man. You know? So he got a special people that he's just really holding on, keeping protected, preserving, so that he can instill his judgment in them to reestablish the earth the right way, so that things can be done according to life instead of things being done according to death, which is the way that the white man, so-called white man, rules the earth.
All right, verse 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Acre a place of the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink of offering unto that number.
See, so those of you that forsake the Lord, guess what he's got for you? Still holding second Ezra. Yeah. You can go go ahead. Don't worry about the cluster. He said enough. Just go back to 2 Ezra 9 and start up. Start up. Go down. Up. Go 15.
15.
Yeah.
2 Ezra 9 and 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
So everybody else is going to perish, man. Okay? Because you forsake the Lord. Okay? Ultimately, the Lord didn't want you, man. Because as the scriptures say, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So ultimately, the Lord rejected you before you can even make a choice. Like you never had a choice to accept the Lord, because the Lord didn't want you from the beginning, man.
Right.
You know, the reason that you are kept from these things and kept from the mercy of the Lord is because the Lord wanted you for his wrath. It tells you that in Romans the 9th chapter, man. You know? Yeah, read 16.
It said, light is a wave is greater than a drop.
So that's the scale. The scale is like a wave unto a drop. The number of those that shall be saved is going to be a drop out of a wave. And when I think of a wave in terms of measuring the people, I think about a great tsunami.
One wave drop.
Because there's 7 billion people on the earth. The chief of the elect is 144,000. And the multitude, all right, out of that number of people that's going to be saved, or that number of people that's going to be saved out of that multitude is 33.3%. Okay? Now this is just out of the nation of Israel. So let's just look at this like it's a wave, right? But if you actually took the entire population of the earth, the pie is bigger. This just Israel. Now, Israel is ultimately the sands of the sea, so Israel really makes up most of the population of the earth. Because we really outnumber these other nations. But this would be bigger if it included the other nations. You see? Because this small number is that drop. Everybody else is that wave, man. So I like to think about a tsunami. You talking about a wave, I'm thinking about a tsunami. A drop out of a tsunami is going to be saved. You know? Read it again. I think
It said, light is a wave is greater than a drop. And he,
that's it. That's it. So when you really think about it, man, it's a scary thing. You know, like it say, the elect shall scarcely be saved. So, like when these things are going on, yeah, it's gonna be times where we're gonna have fear, but our faith is gonna overcome the fear. Go ahead, bro.
this second edge is 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
There'll be many created, but few shall be saved. That's plain. You know? I was listening to this woman. She was talking about she's saved already. You know? We're talking about the judgment of the Lord. Y'all know about the judgment of the Lord that's coming to the earth.
I don't know, but I know
Y'all go to church?
I'm an Israelite.
You an Israelite?
Yeah.
Who told you was an Israelite?
My father.
Your father told you was an Israelite?
Yeah. You are too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So how long your father, you been knowing you were Israelite?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah.
All right, get through you know about the scriptures? You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what the word Israelite mean?
I think so, but tell me what you think it means.
The Hebrew.
We ain't gonna tell you what we think it means. We're gonna tell you what the Lord say it means. So you say you believe in the Bible. So there's a reason why I asked you that.
Right.
Get Genesis. You know what I'm talking about.
Hold on, do you believe you're an Israelite? You're not.
Why you say he's not an
Because
Israelite?
the Israelites are God's chosen people.
We know that.
Right.
But why you say he's not his
descended from
chosen
Esau.
people? Who told you that?
You had Esau and you had Jacob, right?
We know that. But why do you say he's descended from Esau? What makes you say that? Get Romans.
I got John.
You got John. Yeah, get John 7:24.
Alright.
Hey, John!
Hold on.
We descended from the same people.
Listen to this.
I know, I'm just
Hey,
asking
John!
you real quick.
Hold on. You made a false statement.
No, I'm asking you, do you think we descended from the same people?
Yeah, we know you do.
Alright.
Yeah.
Did John 7:24.
We know you don't got the judgment.
Judge not according to the appearance,
And you're not an Israelite. Go ahead.
but judge righteous judgment.
Because you don't got the judgment. You see, it's something, it's not about just knowing you're an Israelite. You gotta know these scriptures and you gotta live them. Now we don't need no tips. We need righteous judgment. We need this. John 7:24. Read it aloud.
Judge not according to the appearance, meaning the skin color, you know, but judge righteous judgment.
But judge righteous judgment. And that's a reprobate. Because he don't have righteous judgment. First of all, the first time he walked by here in mockery. So you really weren't even worthy to get a response. But since you come up here, you have now become condemned. Because you just offended one of the Lord's little ones, man. And the Most High gonna destroy you niggas, man. Get the scriptures, man. Get Romans. Y'all know what to get. Romans 8 and 16.
All right, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
But to these non-spiritual, carnal reprobates, the things of the Spirit are not discerned. See, he trying to go and teach us, and he unlearned. You trying to go into Jacob and Esau, which all I was waiting on you to say is because of his skin color. Because that's why you say he wasn't an Israelite. But we have been mingled. You don't understand the context of the scriptures. You don't understand the curses. Tell me what you think it means. You going from one thing to the next. Because you a reprobate, man. And if you don't repent, all right, you're going to be rejected and destroyed, man. You're going to be rejected for good until you come back into the kingdom in your right mind. But on this side, you're going to be destroyed if you don't get right, man. Let's break down, let's go back, dissect his questions. Let's go back to what Israel is. Get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. He say he know he an Israelite.
All his life.
All his life. Well, why you ain't out here teaching?
In Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel, what do the Lord that...
Okay, so you Israel. And that's what it say. And now, go ahead.
And now Israel, what do the Lord that power require of thee?
What does the Lord require of you? Go ahead.
But to fear the Lord that power to love, to walk in all his ways and to love him.
Did that, was that a display of fear? The Lord said, when you come to the house of the Lord, hold thy foot. And when you come more ready to hear, then give the sacrifice of fools. And that's exactly what he done. He came up here and he spoke as a fool, judging this man according to the appearance. And when we asked you the simple question of why you say he's not an Israelite, the simple answer would have been, he white. Right? So you gotta pay attention to what people say, and then it's all about dialogue. When they ask you something, you go to answer it. Before you answer it, they come with another question. And then when you ask them why they make a statement, which is a foolish statement, they don't give you, like, those are rhetorical questions. We're not asking you like we waiting on you to teach us. We know why you said what you said. We ain't just start this, man. Well, we did, but you know, you ain't the first one that came up here and came to us like that, man. But if you would be patient and let us get the scriptures, because if you really have fear of the Lord, you will hear him speak. Go ahead, bro.
To walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord their power with all their heart and with all their soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Now let's see what commandment he broke. He bared false witness. Okay? You bared false witness. And the scriptures forbid that you speak things that you don't know about, man. He really came up here to try to, I guess, depress the group of guys that he was with. You know, you done heard that you was an Israelite, but what does that mean? Let's get Genesis. What you got? What you got? Go ahead and get what you got first.
This is Ezra 9:2. For they have taken of their daughters of themselves. I'll start at 1.
36.
This is Ezra 9:1. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests of Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites.
Hey, break it down. Explain to him what's going on.
The Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. All right, so you have Israelites that were in their lands practicing their customs among these other nations, right? Verse 2, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves. So all these other nations' daughters, the Israelites took for themselves. Now what does that mean, man? They were popping them, laying down with them, having sex. All right?
And what did that create?
All right, it says, and for their sons. So even their sons were doing it. After they put their seed in that womb, their son were getting those women. All right? It says, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yeah, the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in this trespass. So it says the rulers were the chief ones doing this.
Yeah.
The kings, the princes.
Yeah.
They got the first dibs on these women.
Yeah.
So they were busting them, man. And their sons were what you would call mixed races. But we know, according to the scriptures, that
There's no such thing as a mixed race.
there's no such thing as a mixed race. That you are what your father is. Your lineage, your biblical nationality is that according to your father's lineage.
Yeah.
The seed. All right. Just like an apple tree, man. You plant an apple seed, what grows? An apple tree, no matter where you plant it. You know, if you plant it in a certain location, the apple might look a little different, but it's still an apple, man. All right, it says, but yeah, man, that whole chapter of Ezra, the 9th chapter, talks about how you're going to have Israelites that look like the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Japanese man, the so-called Polynesian man, the so-called African.
The sands of the sea.
Yeah, man, we're the sands of the sea.
No. You said shalom. Shalom, brother. Did you read that in Ezra 9 and 7? You read verse 7 and confused his face?
I'll jump down to verse 7. This is Ezra 9 and 7. What is it? Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day.
Right, because why are we in a great trespass? If the Lord said we not to take unto the other nations and mingle seed with them. We weren't supposed to pop the women and get them pregnant and have seeds with them. We weren't supposed to mingle our seed. The holy seed is not to be mingled with the heathens, man. So that's a trespass against the Lord. That's why when he get this, he gonna go to Daniel, and he's gonna say the same thing, but he's gonna say it's a shame unto us. Go ahead and finish it.
It says, and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day.
Right, but if you are Israelite and you know you're an Israelite, right, then you know what's required of you. What did we read in Deuteronomy? What's required of us? To do what? Keep the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. Now let's read one of his commandments. No, right there, 34 and 16.
Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the law. It's like, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Seek ye sometimes. Seek ye if you feel like it. Seek out of the book of the Lord and read, man. You said your daddy told you that. What made you believe? What make you believe what he said is true? Yeah, somebody told us we was Israelites, but how did we realize that it was true? We seeked out of the book of the Lord and we read the scriptures. And the scriptures is the spirit. Get Romans 8 and 16. We read Romans 8 and 16 already. Read it again, Baba Shah. Because the words that the Lord speaks to us, they are spirit and they are truth, man. Finish it up.
Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded, in his spirit it had gathered them.
None of these words in this book is going to fail you. Because these words in this book is the truth, is the wisdom of the Lord, man. And if you had a wisdom, it's going to show. Because the spirit is going to resonate with you, man. Just because you say you're an Israelite, that don't mean nothing. You have, like, the Lord requires you to show forth his praise, to show forth his glory within your vessel, man. Okay? And the scriptures say, prove all things. The scriptures also say, the wicked flee when no man pursue it. We didn't stop you. You stopped yourself. Really, the spirit stopped you. But then, we didn't run you off. The spirit ran you off. Okay? That's just like when faggots come up here. If we get to giving the law according to the Most High, guess what they're going to do? They're gonna flee because this judgment is not for them, man. Okay? If we get to calling out the laws and reading these laws and reading these scriptures, if it's not for you, you're gonna keep on walking, man. Because the Lord said the wages of sin is death. And guess what was done unto faggots in the ancient world, which the judgment of the Lord is not being carried out today, but the judgment of the Lord is still going to stand. Men will pick up stones and stone a faggot to death, man. Rightfully so. Thus said the Lord. Because it's a goddamn abomination for a man to be lying down with another man. It's a goddamn abomination, all right, for a man to be walking around with a feminine spirit on him, dressed up in women's clothing. The scriptures condemn men dressing up like women and women dressing up like men. And the scriptures told us, fear not, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that riseth up against us in judgment, do what? Condemn. So the Lord, he ain't all about love, partner. He about cussing you goddamn devils out. And it's a righteous thing, man. Because you people not right, man. And you ain't trying to get right. That's what makes it even worse. Talking about this brother ain't an Israelite, man. You don't know the first thing about being an Israelite. You don't even know what it means.
You don't even know me. I know you don't have that spiritual discernment, man. Because you gotta engage with someone to extract their spirit out, and then you make a judgment call.
But you gotta know the judgment.
Yeah, you still gotta know what the spirit will act like when you start bringing certain things out.
You don't even know the judgment. The first question, like you said, what does Israel mean? He answered the question. That's why I didn't want you to give it to him. I was like, don't even give it to him. Because you telling me that I asked you, yeah, I know what it means. You tell me what it means. No. Answer not a fool according to his folly. Because he is a fool. But he wanted us to answer the question for him. But instead of him saying, I don't know, no, what does it mean? Because a humble, sincere brother, if they really don't know, they want to know. Because our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Go back to how you holding Genesis on deck. Go ahead and let's get it. Now let's break down what Israel means.
Let me start at 24.
Come on. Well, you can get to the point where it says, where it basically tells you that he is a prince.
All right.
Come, yeah. Just go straight to 28. Oh, 27. Come.
Genesis 32:27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob.
Jacob, okay? Which in the Hebrew is Yaiquab, which means supplanter, man. So, the Most High, through the angel that Jacob wrestled with, asked Jacob, what is his name? And he said, Yaiquab. Go ahead.
And he said, the name shall be called no more Jacob.
Your name shall no more be called Yaiquab, La'ah, Yaiquab.
But Israel, for is a prince, has that power with the Most High and with man, and had
La'ah, Yaiquab, Yasharella. And what Yasharella mean?
Prince, for is a prince has that power with the Most High and with man.
A prince of God. That's the answer we was looking for. That's all you had to say. Or, I don't know.
That's a beautiful answer.
Woo!
Someone says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because that's what in the book of in the account of Acts, the eunuch
The Ethiopian eunuch.
Yeah, Ethiopian eunuch. The Ethiopian eunuch, when he was reading the book of Isaiah,
How can I?
Yeah, the apostles.
You can get it if you want. It's in Acts, I think.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where it's at, but the apostles asked him, he said, do thou knowest what thou readest? And he said, how can I except somebody teach me? He humbled himself so that he could learn.
Right. So somebody gotta explain to you, all right, what it means. And then either your spirit, like we can explain it to you, but we can't make you understand. You have to understand for yourself. This Proverbs 3 and 4.
Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 4.
Come.
Proverbs 3 and 4. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High and man.
Keep going.
Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all their heart and lean not into their own understanding.
Lean not into thy own understanding. Okay? So we can't make you understand if you're gonna lean into your own understanding. Try Proverbs 4 and 7. Con.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding.
So it's wisdom to come to the knowledge of the fact of who you really are. What's your nationality? Because you're ignorant if you're walking around calling yourself African American or black. But when you come to the knowledge that that's not you, that this is actually me, once you get that knowledge, get understanding of that knowledge, that's wisdom. You don't just, okay, oh, I'm Israel. My daddy told me. That's like, you go to a math class, say it's algebra. This is the formula. But if you never understand that formula, the teacher gonna keep giving you problems. Only one you understand is the one that she showed you how to do. Let's just say y equals mx plus b. We know if we've been taught that that's a linear equation. So when you do a graph on that, it's gonna be a straight line. But when you start adding certain little things to it, you might put a square in it, then it does certain things. You don't understand when you put a negative in it, the slope goes this way, the slope goes that way. You don't understand the formula, then you don't understand the thing at all. You have to understand why the Lord gave you that name. You got to understand what that means. Because really you was that before he gave you that name. Really Israel had always been. Really all the angel did with Jacob was, hey, this is who you are right here. You know, this is who you really are. But Israel had already been, like it say, from the foundations of the earth, man. Because only Israelite would have that kind of power to wrestle with an angel. Like we was watching Official Thinex with that, he looked like Moab. Oh yeah. But we looking at this dude's raw strength. It's like, okay, and the way, it ain't even just his raw strength, because Esau can have raw strength, you know, Esau can pump up, but it's the way that he's doing it. Like it say Jacob is the form of all things. Like, okay, this dude coming up with all sorts of strength and endurance routines that you don't normally see. You like, oh man, that's wow, okay? Because Jake got that creative spirit. When you see new innovative ideas being brought forth, if it looked like an Edomite, or if it even is an Edomite presenting it, you best believe the idea came from Jacob. You know? But our people, you know, they got it all figured out. You know?
Yeah, Jake said, when did your father tell you that you're an Israelite? Like, how long have you known that you're an Israelite? Since I was born. They always got to throw that, how much experience they have in it.
It's that pride.
You can break out one scripture and break it down.
That's the pride. That's the pride. You know?
Lord said, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. You
Yeah.
know? Improve all things. So like, go back to that math class. You can't just put 80. The teacher will ask, how you got there?
How you got there?
How do you know?
Yeah, because you know, when you're doing that algebra, when you do that homework, I know my math teacher, you got to show the work. You can't just come in there with the answer. Like you said, you can't just come with A or B. No, where the work at? How you get that answer? Like the scriptures say, where is your work? If you're an Israelite, where is your work? Prove it. You got some work. You can get that Daniel. Yeah. Let him get that Daniel.
This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 7. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day.
Right. And then let's just say we was wrong about this brother, which through the Spirit we know we're not. Right? What does it say we were? Righteousness belongeth unto the Most High. And the right thing to do is judge not according to the appearance. Therefore, we don't. We judge brother's spirit. Okay? Because only those simple Israelite camps can't see. That's, man, it's like it's so plain to the ones that the Lord is supping and dealing with. It's so plain. The curses explain it. You got Ezra's. You got, even when it's breaking down the Gentiles in the New Testament, in the Apocrypha. Okay? But it say, proclaim ye amongst the Gentiles, for we were scattered amongst them.
Yeah, will you go unto the Gentiles? It's like
We go to the dispersed.
of Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, the elect don't look like some of the other nations, man. You know?
Go ahead, bro.
It's Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Yeah.
Hey,
4 winds. So he's just gonna go all over the earth picking up dark-skinned people. And check this out. It's dark-skinned Edomites, it's dark-skinned Moabites, it's dark-skinned Ammonites, it's dark-skinned Amalek. It's, hey, the color don't have anything to do with it, brother. You know? Get Jeremiah 12. Try 9, I believe.
oh, come. Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Our heritage, Jeremiah said, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Like a peacock. You see a peacock got all sorts of colors, man. But it's still a peacock. The pattern on every peacock ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a peacock. The color on every Israelite ain't the same. Hey, you want too many shades from a white boy yourself, brother.
Man,
You was pretty light-skinned, brother. Now, if we being dark-skinned and highly melanated, okay, which all our people are not highly melanated, right? If we come in different shades, what make you think we can't look like the other nations? We can't even come off as an Edomite. And you will show simple, Jake, it in plain sight, how Blake Griffin's son looked like a flat-out white boy. How Mike Conley's son looked like a flat-out white boy. There you go right there. I don't even gotta read the scriptures to you to show you that it doesn't matter. It don't got nothing to do with color.
right. It's like an apple, a red apple and a green apple. But it's still an apple.
It's still
man.
an apple, man.
The same thing, man. Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me is a speck of bird. The birds round about against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to divide. You know? But the point is, it said my heritage is like a speck of birds, man. So we look like all nations, man. You know, due to the curses. You know.
This is Psalms chapter 106, verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them. All right, because that's what the Most High wanted us to do, was just to wipe out all the heathens that were dwelling in the land that we're about to possess.
That's still what he wants us to do.
Kind.
I get you saying though, bro.
Kind. So what happened, it says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. So we mingled with them. We tried to marry into their family and learn their works, share their same culture with them. All right, that's why it's so confusing when you see Shaun White fucking doing breakdancing in the fucking air, like 20 feet in the air, and you think he's a white boy because he has that West Coast, yeah, dude, fucking gnarly, bro. He talks like a white boy, he looks like a white boy, but really he's an Israelite because he's doing breakdance moves on a snowboard 20 feet in the air.
Right.
A heathen can't do that shit. Why would the Most High put the Spirit on a heathen to do glorious works like that? The scriptures say Jacob is the former of all things. Shaun White invented that 1260 spin flip thing, whatever it's called. They even nicknamed it after him, calling it the Flying Tomato.
This Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savior, wherewith shall it be salted?
Yeah, man. Jake got the salt, man. Jake got the sauce. You know, Jake invented that. Jake invented sauce. Jake make up slang terms, man. Jake created his own lingo, man. And these heathen nations latch on to it. Like if we was walk up to a heathen right now and say, "Oh, you got this sauce," and they didn't know what it meant, like, well, maybe you don't got the sauce. Oh man, I thought you had the sauce. Huh? What's the sauce? You know, because like man, Jake hip to the lingo. You know, Jake make everything that's being done or said cool.
Yeah, I'll put it like this, man. Jake can wear, is like the only person that can pull off like a cartoon shirt. He can just pull off like whatever he's wearing as long as he's confident in whatever he's wearing.
Jake brings things to life.
Yeah, like Jake can wear an off-brand Walmart shirt and make it and rock that shit like he's rocking a Louis Vuitton, like sauced out clothing.
Right. Yeah.
But a heathen can be sauced out, but he looks like he's wearing an itchy sweater.
Yeah.
It looks like it doesn't fit him.
He stiff and shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what we used to do, man. Cause it don't matter about the price or whatever. You know? We just need something to match with the shoes.
Yeah.
Man, we good, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jake got coordination.
Hey, Macklemore came out with that song, Thrift Shop. I wear your granddad's clothes.
Yeah.
I look incredible.
Because Jake got coordination. Now, when you go into that word coordination, the core of it is order. Jake got some type of order about himself. Jake gonna have something matching. Jake gonna match the belt with the shoes and the jacket. Or Jake gonna match the hat with the watch and the pants. Or something, you know, it's something gonna stick out. That's how Israel is. Israel's just gonna stick out, man. You gonna know something in this brother. It ain't always gotta be on fashion tip. It could be, it's various avenues. Jake is into different things, man.
It says we learned the work of the heathen, you know? So, I mean, like, Jake coming straight out of China is probably going to be all about, you know, those silk robes with the dragons on it. Hey, Wu-Tang Clan. All right, that's a clear Jake, the Wu-Tang Clan, but they're into that Chinese culture. So how much more someone that grew up around those heathens, man? But he's gonna make it look cool.
I'm gonna finish this slide. It's Matthew 5 and we'll start up. Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden on the foot of man. You know? Yeah, man, we are the salt of the earth, man. You know, Jake was the beginning of all things, man. The former of all things, man. Jake built the cars. I mean, the cars, you know. You AC, you know,
That's
lights.
That's why the Lord is coming to redeem the elect of Jacob. You know, because Jacob has the spirit, all right, of the Lord in him to build, okay? To build, man, to put things in order, to rule the earth, you know? We gotta make the earth gotta get the salt back, man. You know? What salt do? Salt heals wounds. The earth is in mourning. The earth is taking a lot of damage right now, man. So the salt that the Lord is coming back for being his elect, all right, is gonna come, he's gonna come and redeem us, and then we're gonna heal all the wounds, man. We're gonna make things right again. You know? So you go back to Matthew 24. You pick back up at 23.
This Matthew 24. 23.
Yeah, and then yep.
Matthew 24:23. And if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is a Mashiach, or thou believe it not.
Right, because you got all these false prophets, man. Okay? And the chief false prophet is the Roman Catholic Church, all right, which is Esau, who has painted the likeness of the Messiah to his image, you know? And he has said, this is Christ. But this is not the anointed. This is the devil. It's like the sign says, this is the deceiver. Okay? The scriptures plainly tell you, give you the image of the Lord, what he looks like, what the saints look like. Okay? And that depiction that's all over the earth is inaccurate, not biblical. Go ahead, bro.
Come. Verse 24. For thou shalt rise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
And that's why we out here. Because the Lord said there's no enchantment against Jacob, because he's always kept that cluster of grapes unto himself. He always had men that he gave his judgment. He always gave his elect men to identify with, to receive his judgment. Those men today are the apostles, all right, the elders, a great millstone, okay? And the brothers that follow after the shepherds that he set up, okay? Read it again.
For there shall rise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
So we coming out here to destroy the deception, all right? To uncover and reveal all the lies, to lift up the rug, show you all the dirt. Because America got a dark covering over it, man. This country is so embedded with lies, and they just heaping on more and more lies. The truth is not respected. The truth is not honored. Like really, it's hard to even take anybody serious and really able to. It's hard to trust anybody nowadays because to lie is like the common thing. Lie about anything. Jake was telling me a story. He said his father runs a $30,000 a month business, right? $30,000 a month. You making $8.50 an hour. And I said, you should be working. Like when he told me his daddy make $1,000 a day, 30 days. I said, damn, that's $30,000 a month. He make $1,000 a day for 30 days straight. I said, that's $30,000 a month. And then when I said it, I don't think he caught the fact that I caught him in the lie, because I just didn't call him a lie blatantly, but I was like, oh, you should be working with your pops. So why you ain't working with your pops? Basically, I'm saying, you lying. Nigga, stop lying.
I remember my mom telling me that she was telling me a little story or whatever at work. She was like, to catch somebody lying, then we asked them the same question.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I mean, how much? 30,000 a month?
Yeah,
To be rhetorical.
then he'll change it.
Yeah. They get mad about it. Like, shit, you don't want to lie.
Yeah. Hey, Jake just think they could tell you anything. Like you say, it's a saying in the world, you ain't got a lot to kick it. Like, man, you out here, look, we working with garbage, son. You making $8.50 an hour. And your pops make $30,000 a month. You in the wrong business. Plain. Like, if my daddy made $30,000 a month, the first time I found out what he making that kind of money at, I'm there before his ass get there. He like, all right, yeah, we got this job downtown Memphis on Main Street, such and such Main Street. All right. What time is it? It's at 7. All right. He get there at 6 o'clock. He get there at 7. I've been there since 6. What you doing, son? I'm ready to work. What you mean? You said we got this job. You said we got this job down here. You know? But Jake can't tell the truth to save his life, man. And the scriptures say the truth shall set you free. You know? And guess what? 2 days later, they cut Jake off. I came there and asked my boss, I was like, Jake gonna ride with me today? You know, I be driving, Jake be riding with me. Jake gonna ride with me today? Who? He didn't even know his name. I said his name, he said, who? I said, old boy that rode me yesterday. Oh, no. That's all he know, old boy that rode me yesterday. Hey, man, look. We are not respected. These heathens don't give a damn about you, man. For them to even consider paying you in this time and age, for them to even consider paying you anything less than $10. Like for you to be in 2018 making less than $10 an hour. And I'm saying that, like, really, that's not enough. But anything less than that is absurd, man. I don't care what the hell you doing. I don't care if you fluffing pillows. I'm talking about that's all you doing. You supposed to be making at least $10 an hour. That's $80 a day. That's what? $400 a week. And I could think about what? Shit, a lot of people, shit. That's, man, like Esau got phone bills that high, man. Esau walking around with underwear that costs $400. You know what I'm saying? And you work a whole week just to pay for Esau's underwear.
Hey, the cost of living is terrible, man.
Yeah.
You should fucking hate this place, man.
Yeah.
We're subjected to payments.
Hey,
It's like the scriptures say.
yeah, look, yet this day and I can't tell you. What the fuck you want to be here, man? You struggle every day with your bills, man. Come on now.
But yeah, I wanted to make a point about what this brother said. He said the thing to do in this society is lie. And that's all you see on YouTube. You know, I saw this one video, and they're showing how it was like a parody, but you probably still have people fall for it. They said skateboarding is fake. And then what they did was they dressed up 3 guys in green suits and to right before he jumps off the staircase, they grabbed him and grabbed the skateboard and did the kickflip for him, and like put him back on the skateboard and let him and push him off. and then they showed them behind the scenes, making it look like they're editing it. Bro, skateboarding isn't fake, man, but that just shows how people will just lie about anything. It's
Yeah.
just to get views. And people don't even like research it. Like the whole Earth is flat thing. They just made that so they can get views, a bunch of views, put ads on their video and make money. Because that's how you make money in this society. That's the secret. Is lie, and you'll make tons of money. Look at IUIC. Look at these churches. Look at these schools, man. These colleges are practically banks. They have thousands of kids in debt to them.
Yeah.
Shit, billions.
Well,
I know what you're saying. But I'm just saying on a broad scale, there's millions of kids in debt, man.
I think that's the number one debt in America is student loans.
Yeah. The first lie they tell you when you're in the school system is that you got to go to college to be successful. You got to go to college if you want a good job.
Education free.
But like the brother say, they man, that shit on the deceit is at an all-time high, man. They say iniquity is abound. The hearts of many, or the love of many shall wax cold. You know, don't nobody got no real heart anymore. You know, everybody just do whatever. And you see these guys, they be like, they name drop. They use big names to get views. You know, like for example, I was watching this one dude who do the sports commentating. I thought Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Davis, the Lakers. You got him with a jersey. You know, there's so much editing shit they can put jerseys on the players and shit. I'm like, oh shit, they got Anthony Davis. Oh, okay. There's nothing important, but I'm just saying, like, I look around the next day, I see him in a Pelicans jersey still. Like, man, these motherfuckers need to stop lying.
Going against the Lakers.
Yeah, and he got like, this dude had like 20,000 at least views just for saying Anthony Davis got, because, just with Jake into that type of shit. Jake into the sports life, Jake into, it ain't nothing to make a rumor if you want to get some views.
Because they get paid like, what, 50 cents? Between 50 cents to $1 each time somebody watches an ad on their video. So 20,000 views, that's $20,000 right there. Or half that, 10,000. Just for what, like 12-minute video? Man, that should show you that we're the true men of the Lord, because we don't put ads on our videos. We're not selling you anything. We're just selling this truth, man. We're offering this truth freely, I should say. We're not selling it slack.
We buying it and selling it to you for free.
Yeah.
Like I say, buy the truth, sell it not. Because you have to put time into this. That's what Jake don't realize. You can say this and you can say that, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty and proving what you're saying, you better be to study 2 Timothy 2:15. Rightly dividing this word, man. And this work. This is work, man. You have to dig into these words, okay? You have to read, you have to go into the history, you have to keep watch of present time, okay? Current events, politics, everything pertaining to life, past, present, and future. Hey, it's 80 books, man. And every line is just about a whole under different understanding in itself. You know what I'm saying? like a whole concept to comprehend in itself, man. That's why I say you gotta go line upon line. You know, you can't just, I read the entire Bible. I read it 3 times. I read it 10 times. It don't matter. Yeah, but did you understand it? Okay? And we understand that there's brothers out there that's just coming into it. They haven't read it. You know, they learning. But what the Lord is looking for is the humble mind. And that humble a servant to come to him and say, hey, I'm lost. Lead me, guide me. How did this, or why is this? Ask questions with a sincere heart. Be more ready to hear than to speak, you know? Because when we learning, we watching the elders that's above us, you know? And we listen attentively to what they say. And if it's something that we don't understand, we have what? An order. You know, we got brothers that's within our churches in every state that's grown to different levels. You know? It's a body, man, that edifies. You know, you gotta work together. We got our people out here, they trying to work against the cause, man. You trying to save everybody and you trying to bring all Israel together, that's working against the cause.
He's afraid I'll hurt myself.
You ever get that, Peter?
This is 2 Peter 2:9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of the judgment to be punished.
No. Read it.
It says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of the judgment to be punished.
Who he say he had? He say he have care? No. Top. The Lord knows how to what?
Deliver the godly out of temptation.
The Lord know how to deliver the godly out of temptations. Okay, now when Jacob's trouble hits, and it's going to hit hard, okay, you're going to be tempted to lean onto your own understanding, to take matters into your own hands. I think it's 3 and 9. But the Lord, He's going to deliver you if you just be patient and you wait and pray. Hold on, all right? Be faithful, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This Wisdom Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he had cared for his elect.
Yeah. So that's what's coming for the elect. Grace and mercy, man. You know? But that's only to that select few men because they put their trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? Right, that's all we got, you know. Lord willing, this lesson, all right. The show was edifying through the spirit of power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, and we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders, a great millstone. All right. Salutation to you, sincere brothers pushing this word. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abad Babal!
Abad Babal!
Abad Babal!
Abad Babal!
How about Shimmy Ham Shabbat Barakatham? Shalom.
Shalom.